Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday the 22nd, ending Friday the 26th of April, my birthday, 2019. The 22nd is going to be really dull because most of the world markets are closed except for the US the day after Easter. So we'll be here. I wouldn't expect much, and it's probably going to be a dull session. Unfortunately, they can't just combine and get the holidays together. So the US and Switzerland and Canada had Friday off. All of Europe takes Monday off, including Switzerland. But it is what it is. So may slow the markets down a bit unless there's news out there. Obviously, here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures form. Again, really boring narrow candles for a couple months now. We were sitting here where we were basically 10 days ago, plus a little bit. It's just not that interesting, and we're looking for something better. But let's go through the major daily charts. Then we'll look at the intra-week action, and we'll go from there. So here's the crude oil, flat for about 8 days now, closed at 64. Gold up $1.10 at 12.7790, but that's near the lows of the last 3 months. Lows of the year, basically, since January 1st, which is nice. S&P cash gained $4.58. When we look at the intra-week action, you'll see what that really means. The NASDAQ 100 was up 9 points, which is nothing. The SOX up 1, also nothing. The biotech's down 14.98. The biotechs have been collapsing. And remember, as go banks and biotechs, so goes the market, is the old expression. Russell 2000 down $1, which is nothing. Keep in mind, we just passed tax day here in the U.S., and that's often a turning point in the market, so we'll see what happens. The VIX closed at 1209, down 51 cents. And again, we tested the risk line of that 13 buy signal. It's pretty rare to get a 13 on the VIX. So the fact that we did is interesting. The fact that we're using the risk line is also interesting. Very technical action in the market. The trend 0.85 on Friday puts the 10-day at 1.12, which is not a signal. The NASDAQ volume 2.1 billion shares. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ on Thursday was negative 28, so basically even. Negative 38, sorry, but basically even. Negative 82 on the New York. So basically just as many stocks up as down. It was a pretty boring day. Google up $1.33, so that's new highs since back in September there. Apple up 73 cents, but nowhere near new highs for any real period. Netflix up 561, also very flat. And by the way, this thing's going to have one more good day up, and it's going to have a 13 sell signal, a secret 13 sell signal. And the last one caused a decline from 300 to from 400 to 320 or so. So just be aware of that on Netflix. Amazon down $3.13. It's a blip for that stock that price. Tesla up 203. Facebook down 50 cents. Goldman Sachs loses $1.99. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up 64 cents. Dow gains 110 points. Not that we really care about the Dow. There is an inverse head and shoulders potentially forming here on the Dow if it were to break out, but again, it's only 30 stocks, so we don't typically look at that as a good technical indicator. Here's the ES. We'll switch it to 10-minute candles just so we can see the whole. And this is the interesting part about this week. It was a full week, 5 days. We gapped up Monday morning, and essentially Friday closed where we opened the week. We never filled the gap from that gap up Monday morning. But look at that. Look at that stuff. That's just amazing. A gap up, closed about where we opened. Tuesday, flat opening, closed about where we opened. Wednesday, small gap up that filled. Thursday, a bigger gap up that filled and still closed about where it opened. Friday, small gap up, very tiny. Filled, went lower, made the lows of the week, but then came back and closed. And guess what? Again, where did we close for the week? Right where we started. As boring as trading can get, good thing we had a good Monday. We knew Friday was going to be bad, or Thursday. I'm sorry. This is a 4-day week. That's the last 5 days. So that's including last Friday. So 5 days in a row either way. But it's Friday to Thursday, not Monday to Friday. Just horrific. The NASDAQ side, a little different, a little more positive. But, this is just not a good market. It's been very, very flat. What's better, a Wednesday like that or a Tuesday where you've got the gap up and the flat day, the 13 sell signals, the high, or the Thursday where you gap up and sell off and close even. None of this is good trading environment. That's just reality at this point in time. So until something starts to widen out, we had some good winners this week, and I like this week better than I've liked a couple of the prior weeks, but it is what it is. Here's the economic data coming out this week. So on Monday, again, rest of the world's closed, but we've got existing home sales at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Tuesday, the housing price index at 9 a.m., new home sales and Richmond manufacturing index at 10. We've got this is the second week of the core week of earnings. So you're going to have a lot of stocks reporting, which means gaps in the morning from the stocks reporting the night before, and you don't want to hold anything over and all that type of stuff. Wednesday, crude oil inventories at 10:30 is the only number. Thursday, durable goods and the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers at 8:30. And then natty gas and the Treasury currency report at 10:30. Friday, the first look at GDP for the first quarter, which probably isn't going to be great, it looks like, and revised University of Michigan sentiment. That is the week ahead. I don't know what it's going to lead to exactly, but it's, I don't know, hopefully better than, I don't think Monday's going to be anything, but hopefully better than what we've been seeing. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading